Good morning. Welcome to another episode of LTW, Leading the Way with me, CJ. So today I want to talk to you about Philippe Petit. Now, I don't know if you know Philippe, but I personally don't know him. But I did watch a movie about his story, and it was fascinating. One of the things that he's done, amongst other things, is walk a tightrope between the Twin Towers in 1974. The movie chronicles his journey into how he did this. He learned English, he moved to the United States, he formed a team, he learned how to scale the building, he got a team that allowed him to get in, and then trying to figure out how to do the walk itself required custom poles and everything else. So really fascinating. I encourage you to watch it. It was a good movie. But the reason that I'm talking about the walk, the movie, today is because I thought it was a good analogy for leadership. Leadership really requires a balancing act. And so just like Philippe Petit, when he was walking the rope, he had to make adjustments constantly. I mean, all the time. The wind's blowing, the pole's moving, the rope's moving, so there's different variables that he had to adjust for all the time. We have to do the same. There's really a dichotomy of leadership where you have different things during your leadership tenure when you're leading your team that you have to not go too far one way or the other, or you fall off the rope, right? So one of the things that we want to talk about is you can manage by the data and by the numbers. But if you manage by the data and the numbers only, and you don't take into consideration the heart and the soul of your team and some things that may be more important than a profit short-term for long-term gains is necessary to do. One of the other things, we like to joke around and have fun. Today I wore a little hat for an interview because one of our team members wore a hat. It's fun to joke around. It's great to have a great atmosphere where people can enjoy coming to work. But if you joke around too much, when it's time to get serious, sometimes people aren't ready to get serious. So again, there's that balancing act of what really needs to happen. Talk about discipline. We all know that sometimes, we got to have a talk that's not too comfortable to have with our team. So if you have accountability, that's great. But if you have too much accountability, you can stifle your team and make them overwhelmed, and then they don't feel comfortable making decisions on their own. And we all know that we want the team functioning as a team, doing what we do best in each of these little silos. And then as we do our best with those and come together as a team, our team is really the best that it can be. So I want you to think, when you're managing your team and leading your team, think about the balancing act. You can't be too extreme one way or too extreme the other. I feel really good about our leadership team. I know that we're headed the right direction. This is simply meant to be an encouragement to you. I hope you enjoyed this. Join us next time for our next episode. Thank you for your time.